If the word budget feels like a punishment, you aren't alone. It usually feels like a financial diet built on telling yourself no. But a real budget is a plan that lets you say yes to what you actually want, without the guilt. This framework comes from financial educator Tiffany Elish, known as the Budgetnista. She's used it to help over 2 million people pay off hundreds of millions of dollars in debt. Her approach removes the need for daily discipline. Instead, you're going to build a set and forget 4-account automation system where your bills literally pay themselves. To build this machine, you need 4 things: 3 months of bank statements, a pen, a piece of paper, and a box of tissues. Setting this up takes a little bit of upfront work, but once it's locked in, it eliminates the anxiety of day-to-day money management for good. Step 1 is building your money list. Take your pen and paper and write down every single thing you spend money on. Don't worry about the actual dollar amounts yet. Just list the words: rent, groceries, subscriptions, debt. Now, categorize them based on your level of control. Put a B next to your fixed bills. These are expenses with severe consequences if you don't pay them, like your mortgage, rent, or a car loan. Next, put a U next to your usage bills. These fluctuate based on your behavior, like water, electricity, or mobile data. Everything left over gets a C for choice or cash expenses. You have total discretionary control here. This is grooming, eating out, and entertainment. Your first instinct might be to start aggressively slashing those choice expenses to save cash. Do not do that yet. This inventory reveals the raw data behind your daily life. You're establishing the exact price of your current lifestyle before you start building the machine to pay for it. Grab your bank statements and look back over the last 3 months. Assign an average monthly dollar amount to every B, U, and C item on your list. Next, write down how much you make every month from all sources and subtract your total monthly expenses. Grab the box of tissues. Tiffany calls this the tears and tissue step because it is incredibly common to realize your baseline is negative and you are currently outspending your income. The ideal long-term target you are working toward is living on 70% of your total income, leaving the rest for saving and investing. By separating your expenses, you can clearly see what needs fixing. If the vast majority of your money goes to your bills and usage buckets, you have an earning problem. If it's all draining into your choice bucket, you have a spending problem. Once you know exactly what your life costs, you're going to split your traditional banking setup into 4 distinct, highly specialized accounts. Account 1 is your spending checking account. This holds the money for your C-choice expenses, and it gets your primary debit card. Account 2 is your bills checking account, holding the exact funds needed for your B and U expenses. You must explicitly tell the bank to never attach a debit card to this account. Account 3 is your emergency savings. This should be a high-yield savings account at a completely separate online bank, so it earns a competitive interest rate and sits safely out of sight. Account 4 is your goal savings. This is a secondary high-yield account at that same online bank, earmarked for large future purchases like travel or real estate, so you don't drain your emergency funds. Creating extreme physical friction between your spending money and your bill money protects you from your own impulse buying habits. You can't swipe away the rent if the card isn't tied to the vault. To bring the system to life, log into your employer's HR payroll portal or request a direct deposit update form. Take the math from your tiers and tissue baseline and assign exact percentages or flat dollar amounts to each of your 4 new routing numbers. The critical rule here is that the split must occur at the payroll level before the money ever touches your personal checking account. On your next payday, the funds will instantly sort themselves into their proper lanes. Your bills account gets funded, your savings grow, and your spending money lands right where it needs to be. By removing human handling from the deposit process, you completely bypass the need for financial discipline. Picture yourself walking into a store, armed with just your Account 1 spending debit card. If you see something you want, you can spend that account balance down to absolute zero without a single ounce of guilt or anxiety. You already know your rent is safely isolated in Account 2, and your emergency funds are quietly compounding in Account 3. If your tears and tissue step revealed a mountain of debt that's keeping your baseline in the red, your next step is elimination. Click the next video to learn how to crush it using the snowball, avalanche, and tsunami methods.